Hola, welcome to the third video of the series Past in Spanish, the natural way. How to use the imperfect and the simple. Give me a second and I will be sharing my screen. And here we have my favorite chart to teach this subject. I did the other two videos because they are a have to, something that I needed to do and you also needed to watch or learn, experience. Why? Because they are separate and some students don't need the comparison. For others, if you are like me, I want to understand exactly what I'm going to use. Here, I try to make the easiest way, the natural way from the point of view of English. I'm just trying to think, if I am a native speaker of English, what I want to express, how I would say it, and the best way, and of course, the best option when it comes to what past should I use. So let's try to put our attention on the blue words because they are telling us, they are the context basically. They are the time expression. They're referring to the moment when the action happened. And that's almost everything that has to do with which one do I have to use, because they refer, if they were repeated or not, if it's chronological or not, they will describe the whole thing. Of course, we don't always use them. Remember that sometimes the moment that we are referring to was expressed in the beginning of the conversation. So I'm not saying that you need to mention this time expression in every phrase, but it has to be clear, the idea, the moment when it happened. Let's start with this one. On the side, we have first the function that is doing here, just to remember, but I think that we can understand just by taking a look at the sentences. First one, when you want to say that you used to do something a lot of times in the past. I played soccer in the park every afternoon. Imperfect. Yo jugaba fútbol en el parque todas las tardes. You see, all of the afternoons, same action. Now, pretérito simple, that's the other past. One day he fell and scraped his knee. Un día se cayó y se raspó. So I'm only talking about something that happened one time. If what you want to say is something like the sky was blue and the sun was shining, you're describing something in the past in order that you want to make the other person feel the way you felt. Imperfect. El cielo estaba azul y el sol brillaba. Let's take a look with a simple one. The sky was clear for only 20 minutes, specific. Then it rained for the rest of the afternoon. I was pretty clear. I was very descriptive. You see the difference with the other one? The sky was blue and the sun was shining. I don't even mention the moment. That's not important. It's not important, sorry. With the other one, it's 100% important. Otherwise, the sentence will be not complete. Okay? Third one, to talk about mood. Ella estaba triste porque su perro se había perdido. She was sad because her dog was lost. She was sad. I know, in English, you will only think about she was sad. You don't need to split this in two. But notice that you don't mention the moment. So from that point of view, having that in mind, when you express something this way without the moment, in Spanish, we would use the imperfect past. Ella estaba triste porque su perro se había perdido. But, and but. She was sad all day, yesterday. Today, she woke up in a good mood, in a better mood. You see the difference? In this sentence, in English, it's important to express the moment because they make a difference. So in Spanish, we will use the simple past. Ella estuvo triste todo el día de ayer. Hoy despertó de buen humor. She's happy today. Let's see the next one. Sometimes you want to say, my grandparents' house was small but cozy. Okay, imperfect. La casa de mis abuelos era pequeña, pero muy acogedora. My grandmother was very kind to her neighbors this morning. This morning, you see how the moment is the one that helps you to choose the correct conjugation. The moment. So my grandma was very kind this morning. That's simple past. Mi abuela fue muy amable con el vecino esta mañana. Not always, as in the other one. The other one is describing the way that she used to be always. Repetition. This one is really always talking about this, the Second World War. Soldiers stand in the trenches to encourage each other. That could be any day, but it's giving you the impression, it's expressing the idea of repetition. Something that used to happen. That is not even important the moment when it happened. Los soldados cantaban en las trincheras para darse ánimo. This is different to the other one, historical. World War II lasted 6 years. The war began in 1939 and ended in 1945. Very specific. It's very important to state the chronological order and the dates. That's simple past. So if that's the idea that you want to say, simple past is your option. Remember the other part, the hard part will be, or the hardest part will be to memorize the two different conjugations. Identifying, of course, which one belongs to what side is not hard because usually the imperfect hacía, estaba is pretty different from the other one. So to finish this one, telling a story. Luisa would wake up early, then make coffee, and the aroma was very tasty. The whole house smelled of freshly brewed coffee. Usually we'll use that spirit to tell that kind of story with the imperfect. Luisa se despertaba temprano, luego hacía café y el aroma era sabroso por toda la casa. Olía a café recién colado. Okay? Freshly brewed coffee. On the other side, simple past, students arrived at schoolyard and as soon as they started singing, the rain began. Do you notice what's going on in here? Chronological order. If that's what's important for your story, you need to choose the simple past. Well, until here, this new video, I hope it will help you in choosing when you're going to share with your Hispanic friends, or you want to impress someone. Remember the conjugations. Please try to practice the most common verbs first. And I hope this chart will help you. Remember that you can also have this article at hand on my blog, Costa Tropical by Pedro Semarin. So up to here, this new video, I hope it will help you. Please comment right here and don't forget to click if you like my video. Bye, te veo la próxima vez. Cuídate mucho.